missions like this where there's just an overwhelming number of demons, you end up using glory kills somewhat strategically, and they actually play into the harder difficulties a little bit, because when you go into them, when you actually activate it,
yeah,
you have a moment, just a very brief moment of invulnerability. So when you're playing on something like Nightmare or Ultra Nightmare, you almost look for those moments where I can go in and glory kill a guy if I'm hanging on the edge of death, and because when you glory kill, it drops a greater amount of health and ammunition.
Yeah.
So there's a benefit to doing it too, and again, when you're playing on a higher difficulty, it's particularly useful.
Yeah.
You see, Hugo's been using grenades. So we haven't really talked about equipment. You find throughout the game, you find a few different pieces of equipment. What you've seen there, riding the edge of death there.
Hugo lives life on the edge. Okay, this is what I've discovered with him so far. Throwing grenades on the floor, not prepping up chainsaw kills. There's just a lot of craziness with this guy. Go for it. Oh my goodness.
I love that.
That's a great glory kill. That's a good one.
Oh, I missed him.
Yeah, each demon, when you fight it, you can kind of see him here lining up, and pinky charges, and you swing around. It's like being a bullfighter.
You just smacked him with his back?
With his tail.
with the tail on his back. That's disrespectful. But I'll take it. That's cool stuff. That's really cool stuff. And I see the haste there too, just hanging out.
Yeah.
You pick and choose when you want to use it. All right, so this way like, hey, this is going to be a good opportunity for me to take advantage of this, and
absolutely.
And you just jump right through a portal here. So
yeah, again, another kind of classic thing. It's like we use teleporters throughout the game and portals that allow you to kind of zip from one space to another. We've incorporated, movement is such a big thing. I didn't even talk about it when he was in the last in the Lazarus mission, but he has a double jump capability at this point. So you start out with just a basic jump, and then a few levels in, you discover these kind of double jump boost boots, and then double jump becomes a big part of your movement package, and it's just like, so he'll use it. He uses it a lot throughout here.
That quad damage?
Yep. Yes, it is, and it's perfect. It's perfect example. You may want to wait for that.
Really?
Yeah, because most of the fights escalate. So you get in, and if you can kind of handle things, okay. A lot of times you want to hold off a little bit until you know the fight's gotten a little out of control.
Oh, that's just wrong. That is just disrespectful. Pinky gets no love here. Oh, geez, Louise, that's insane. That's cool though. That's really cool.
And that's a great example of a guy gets staggered, and then he uses like a fast kill gun to take him out. You don't have to glory kill every single time. It's kind of a part of the strategy as you play.
Yeah, and I could go through the whole game probably just not glory killing.
You could if you wanted to. Yeah. It's once you start playing, it's one thing to watch, and then playing is just. Again, it's like dancing. You kind of get out there, and you're like, it just feels good to be moving through these spaces, and you get into a flow. It is that similarity to without the reload, the fast movement, you're dodging projectiles. All these ideas that early in the game we try to introduce kind of slowly. Because they're not common when you play most shooters today. You try to hide, or you try to let your health regenerate, or that kind of stuff. In this, you blast through, you keep moving. Dodging projectiles even is just something that I think we start players off fighting imps early because they throw the fireballs, and to get that feeling of swerving between fireballs, swerving between projectiles. Most enemies, their main attacks are either to pressure you or to shoot, to shoot a projectile. There's another good example. Just kind of dodging and weaving through that stuff. Oh my gosh, there we go.
Yes.
Brought out the big gun.
Use it.
Almost died.
Yeah, you were close, man.
It was close.
I'm telling you, you're living your life.
Holy shit.
Oh. Oh no. Oh my goodness. That is so. No quad damage here. You're not committing. You're not committing. I think you should.
He's
commit.
about to.
I think you should commit.
I think he's going to use the BFG on him.
Yeah. Oh my good. Look at the way he
Let
just
him up.
crumpled like a cookie. Jeez. Go for it. Oh no way. That is just the worst way to go.
So,
Right
but that's
there.
that's a good example right there. Like you fight a Baron, and you know that was a one-hit kill of a Baron, which is pretty with the chainsaw, which is like that's pretty valuable to be able to do that. But you know, but it cost all of his fuel. He had to be completely full on fuel, and it cost all of it. So now he doesn't. He picked up that ammo, but he doesn't have the capability to use that to kind of continue to get more ammo
Yeah,
from,
because
from
obviously
lesser
the point
enemies.
is you guys didn't want people just running through the game and just sawing the crap out of everything that they see.
Absolutely,
right?
absolutely.
Yeah, you want to like part of the
Yeah, go ahead.
part of the fun of Doom is, you know, again, the weapons and figuring out what works when and how to do it. And while the chainsaw is great, you don't want people to just use that.
Yeah.
Which I do respect it. Okay, so
Hugo's
things
making
look like
those guys easy.
So-
Lost Souls are fun.
so this looks like it's about to get really quick.
Yeah.
Like I don't know, because this is a pretty wide open arena here.
Yeah.
So I'm afraid for you, Hugo.
He should ramp up the difficulty, and that's how.
Yeah, you know, we had a big talk at the office as to whether, like, what difficulty I should play it at. Because, I mean, I've played the game a million times. So I'm definitely playing it on a definitely an easier setting for me.
Yeah. Okay. So what you're saying is, you know, these demons, you know, they can't hold a candle to, you know, Stone Cold Hugo over here. But
Actually, I'm sorry to cut you, but the in-flight mobility thing is I have it on right now, so it allows me to, like, basically move in midair.
Yeah, it's a perfect example of like you know everything we do, we try to make from an upgrade perspective. These aren't like micro upgrades. They're not just little like, oh, I can, you know, get 5% more damage or something like that. They're pretty meaningful, and they really do fundamentally change the way the game feels or the weapon feels. So his in-flight mobility rune that he's using there, if you really like to play and have massive air control, you can see there, like he jumps, and he can almost jump out over a ledge and then pull himself back. These are really cool. I love these things. This is as part of our secret system, we have collectibles. These little Doom guy collectibles that when you find it, it unlocks in our model viewer. You can access you can access our model viewer and be able to see any of the demons, the guns, really up close and see the detail and level that's in them. And you unlock those through through finding those collectibles in the world.
all right, so it seems like you're about to get. And so what is this yellow skull here?
It's a key.
Okay.
You find the yellow skull and unlock the door.
Is that where you're leaving it at?
I think that's where I'm going to leave the player.
This guy, man. I can't believe you do that to me. It's awesome. You know, to me, I've traditionally been a multiplayer guy. I love just beating the crap out of people online. It's always entertaining. Or getting beaten the crap out of, you know? But when I look at this, though, it looks like something I actually want to take time and go into and play. I can tell you guys put a lot of care into like how you thought about, you know, the arenas, the level design, you know, placement of items, all that stuff, which is very much, you know, classic Doom. It is the feel of Doom.
Yeah.
But I guess for me, one of the big takeaways is, you know, you wanted to strike that feeling of new and old, which I think you guys nailed it. For Doom fans out there who are watching, and for new fans, you know, what more can they be expecting with the campaign? I mean, what, you know, is it? I mean, I don't know. Obviously, we don't want to dive into too many secrets.
Sure.
Here,
Yeah.
but, anything juicy they should know?
Yeah. I mean, there's obviously an immense depth from a secret perspective. So if you do like that, and we do a bunch of different things with secrets. We have collectibles that kind of reward you and allow you to see detailed models in our model viewer. There's some secret stuff that we haven't even talked about yet, and then you can get guns faster. Basically every gun is introduced at some point in the level before that in a secret location. So So like if you are really paying attention and finding, we played through pretty straightforward, but you can actually, if you're looking around, and there was some pretty big secrets in like that very first mission that he showed, that he looked in and saw one of the elite guards. If you find that secret, you actually can then find another secret that reveals one of the plasma gun early. So there's a lot there, and really paying attention to what's going on. And some of the easier difficulties, you can take a hit or two, but in Nightmare, you've really got to be on the move.
All right. So now tell me about this section here.
Yeah. So this is the Lazarus facility. This is a little bit more than halfway into the game,
Okay.
And at this point you can kind of see architecturally and visually it's quite a different experience. This place is pretty overrun. This is really the cult of the UAC. I mentioned that we've tried to really infuse the UAC with a bit more. I think when we were talking earlier, I said we've tried to infuse the UAC with a lot more. I almost don't want to talk over because so people can hear it. But infuse the UAC with a lot more just kind of weird, we've made them very weird, and because they are weird. I mean, they experiment on demons.
It's definitely like kind of self-aware too. It's tongue-in-cheek. It's meant to be fun.
Yeah. Okay.
Like this line right here.
Any questions or concerns on the initiative to weaponize the demons? Report to the child.
It's like not words you'd expect to hear in a business facility.
Yeah, report to the chapel immediately. Please save your work before you. It's like,
Yeah.
what are they doing here?
Yeah. Well, and I think that's actually, pretty cool. Again, when you think about the other Dooms, right? Doom 1 and Doom 2 definitely, it had its layer of story,